Okay, what's seen right here is actually a mini fridge wrap. You can actually change the look of your mini fridge just by wrapping it. And this is called the Speed Cola one. You can go to the armwraps.com website, go under mini fridge wraps, and go under gaming, and you'll see this guy right here. This is actually a full wrap. And today I'm going to be demonstrating how to wrap a mini fridge with this product right here. So let's get to it. So anytime, this is exactly what every customer is going to get, almost exactly. Let's say for the image and everything. So there's what's called tacking on strip. It's left or right hand side. I'm going to demonstrate how to use it and everything. Also, we put a crease right here so you know where the edges are at, and also tacking on strip right here too. So every order you get extra vinyl, squeegee, and a knife. You can play, or with the vinyl you can play around with it before you install it. And with a knife and squeegee, you try to make it as easy as possible right there. You basically follow the arrows. That's the reason why we designed it this way. You follow the arrows to install it, and I'm going to show you how to use it and everything. So let's kind of get started. So what I like to do is get the body done first, and I'm going to do that real quick. So on this one right here, I cleaned it real good. So what I like to use is rubbing alcohol and water or invisible glass cleaner. So this is it right here. And lint-free rag. Clean it real good, get the edges right. I already did this. So we cleaned it real good. I took the top off right here. And I'm gonna take the door off. It makes it a lot easier to install. You can put this on a table like I did. It makes it a lot easier to work on. Gonna put this guy right down here. Okay, now when you want to do this, hopefully you can see all this. So the tacking on strip's right there. So all I like to do is I like to remove it first. And oops, you know what? Totally forgot about these guys right here. Let me go do that real quick. You can see my shop right here. So I totally forgot about taking those off. So I like to use what's called a 5-in-1. You can take a scraper or something that actually gets underneath. Hopefully these guys pop off. Usually, most of the time they pop off. There they are. And you can put the vinyl on top of that, but I just like to have it nice and smooth. There we go. That's pretty easy. Okay. Squeegee. Okay. So now, on all our prints, we always like to put little dots on the edges of the doors. So anytime you place an order on the website, there's a PDF file you can download, and we need A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever it is on there, so we can actually make sure it's nice and perfect fit for right there. So you can see that I was sliding it back and forth, left to right. I can kind of feel where the edges are at. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I always add an inch bleed or two on the front and also an inch bleed on the back. So we try to make it as friendly as possible. This is printed on 3M air release vinyl. This is a matte sheen product. So once you're happy with it, I just normally just hold it down like this and tack it on. Hopefully you can see that. Grab the vinyl. I just like to pull it taut, not hard, just enough to just kind of lay it on there. And then I use my squeegee. And usually, oddly enough, I don't know why, but usually the corners, the edges of the mini fridge, there's always little pockets right there. So you just kind of lift it up and put it right back down. Now, I do the same. Pull it taut and just kind of lay it down, and then you squeegee it on. Now on this one, it's going to be a little more trickier because it should, when we had the file, this should light up here to here. And here to here. And so I think I remember correctly, it was 11.5 inches from that. Let's get that. Let's look at this too. So we do full services, and this is actually a full service, and the customer actually came in and said, hey, I want this wrapped. So they brought their own mini fridge in, and they said, I want this wrapped. I said, okay, come back tomorrow and we get it. Yeah, 11, almost 11 and a quarter. I just want to make sure it's nice and level before I install the whole thing, because if it does, yeah, it's about there. Okay, so it's all evenly. It should have been evenly because we put it on the computer and we did everything. Okay, so now, oh, there's a squeeze right here. What we're gonna do, follow the arrows right here, and I'm just gonna pull it taut down below, right down here, just enough so it's nice and level up here. And it's not, I'm not pulling hard, I'm just pulling enough just to make sure it's nice and level. And I'm raising this up a little bit. And just do it one way if you want. It makes you feel more comfortable. And again, once it's on, I like to double check the edges. So you put your hand on there, making sure there's no air bubbles or anything like that. Yeah, so make it look simple, and it is pretty simple. You just have to take your time. I always like to make sure everything looks good, or feels good. Okay, let's get this guy over here. Okay, same thing. Pull taut down here, and I pull the backing down most of the way. And I can, a lot of times what I do is I use my thumb on the first inch, so it starts at everything, so you can actually feel if there's any air bubbles on these edges right here, and then you can start it. And I'm pushing any pressure on there just to get the vinyl on. That's the main purpose. Okay, next I'm gonna make sure I'm filling everything. There's a little dent right here that the customer kind of warned me about. So I'm kind of lifting it up and putting it right dead there. There's a way you can actually get rid of this dent. You can take a hammer it down as much as possible, then use a Bondo, and then go it that way. But on this one, it's actually, I hate to say it, but it's better if it's a little dented because it's more rustic looking. So when you have a dented mini fridge or refrigerator, and if it's a rusted or worn out design like this, it's actually better having dents. Makes it more character. Okay, next I'm going to use my knife. I'm going to go straight out. So you see right here, straight out. So when you put it, oh actually, sorry. You need to cut this off so the vinyl will lay down on the front and back. There we go. Again, straight out. You can go from the back side, it's probably a little bit safer. Straight out, like just like what you're seeing right here. Okay. Got a little dent right there too. That's what he warned me about. And he said, do you want me to try to fix it? He said, no, it's fine, looks good. So anytime I do any full services, at the end of the installing job, I always do a thank you video. I use an app called Bonjuro, and it's an email video app. And I'll say, so-and-so, thank you for this. You can come pick it up, or we can ship, or we're shipping it out today, and you receive it pretty soon. On this one right here, so on the front, okay, I'm using my fingernail. On the front, I'm digging into where the groove is at, so I know where I'm cutting. There we go. Same thing, I'm using my thumb. I'm kind of walking it in. You can fill in air bubbles using my fingernail into that right there. So if you want a full service, it could be one mini fridge, several mini fridges. We do a lot of commercial refrigerators and mini fridges. So if you want your branding on there, let us know. And also we do the body, the door. If the glass is there, we do something on the glass, and also frame, wrap the frame. You kind of let us know what you want and we will make it happen. We have templates on the website, rmwraps.com website. Very bottom of the website, it says free templates. We have a lot of mini fridges right there. Templates you can download, design something, and then send the files to us. We have instructions how to send the files and everything. What else is there? Just trying to think of what else we offer. There we go. I should pull this out a little further. It's a big dent back here. And so there's lots of different options. That's the reason why I'm doing these videos, because I would like to have people start doing things and taking pride of what you say, hey, I wrapped this mini fridge or wrapped this door, and I did it myself. And so I'm trying to get more people motivated to do DIY projects and stuff like that, but we are happy to do a full service too. So you just let us know what you want. So if you go to the rmwraps.com website, we have a lot of unique designs on our website, and that's what we're aiming for, is being unique, more artistic and stuff like that. Okay, next I like to have put the door on. Oh, there they are right there. And so what the door does, I can line up these corner sides right here with the door. Now, you can use a magnet. I might use a magnet, or I might not. I'm not going to, because a lot of people don't have magnets like mine. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. Okay, let's get the top part. Come on. And as you can see, it's not taking very long to do. Of course, I'm a professional, but we get, oh my God, I can't even get these screw in here. We got these, we've been in business for, I think, 13 years. We've used the same vinyl for all these years. Okay, we're gonna do the door next, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna line this up right here and line this up right here. And got my squeegee knife all set up right there. So let's kind of do it. So what I did on this one right here, because I want to line this up perfectly, is I put like this regular tape here and here on the left side, because I'm going to go from right to left to install. And on all the prints, we do have tacking on strips right here. You see them right here. Also, we'll indicate the corners of the doors, and that's where the hard part comes in, because it has a curve, and it actually it's not where it needs to be set up at. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to, my goal is to line it up right about there, tack it on. I'm trying to make it as level as possible, and tack it on right here. I can kind of feel kind of leveled right there. Actually, it's not leveled. That's the reason why I want to do this. Bring it over just like a little bit. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling There's a little gap right, or little 1/8 inch right about there at the edge. But I'm making sure it's lined up here, so it's not. Right there. Lined up here and here. So it's perfectly lined up there. I'm going to come over here. And it's good to have it on a table kind of popping out like this, especially if it's a little extra vinyl. You can actually cut the extra vinyl off if you want. Okay, so I'm lining this up, making sure that's enough bleed right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tacking on strip right here off. And I'm going to line it up right there. And it's going to tack it on. Make sure it's lined up here. Line it up right there. And making sure 1 inch bleed here, 1 inch. Oh, so I need to come over a little bit. So let me do that real quick. That's a perfect opportunity. Just squeeze it over. Right about there. What I'm doing is I'm filling this edge right there, lining it up there. Now again, it doesn't have to be perfect, and the reason why I'm going to show you is it doesn't have to be perfect on the side, it's fine. Okay, so it's tacked on over there, and that's pushed over as much as I can to make sure it's nice and lined up. And I'm just briefly looking at my thumb. Okay, so there, pretty close. And that's lined up there, about right there, there. Okay, perfect. Oh, so, okay, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to now pull this off, and I'm going to actually walk it in. I'm going to show you where to walk it in. I'm going to touch the edge of this door right here. Okay? So that's touched. Now it's going to be creasing right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up, and I'm going to walk my way in to this guy right here. So it's nice and relaxed. So that part right there. So now what you do is, just going to take my, double check everything, make sure everything looks golden. Okay. I'm going to take my knife, and especially right where the edge is at, right where it starts curving, that's where you want the vinyl to relax. See right there? And down below, down below. There. Now, I like to take my time. I like to take my thumb, and I can actually feel the vinyl. And if there's little creases right there, so you're fighting the little vinyl right there, and that's the reason why I kind of have a release area. So once I feel comfortable on, oh yeah, it's going on nicely. Comfortable on getting that going, I'm going to take a little more relief on that right there. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm not fighting it all the way. There we go. And also right here. It's going to take a little relief. Just take, there you go. There, now it's nice and released, the vinyl is. Take your squeegee. That's the reason why I made this design, so you can actually follow the arrows. And if you get any air bubbles, pull it up. And then you can kind of start over. So if it's like an air bubble right there, you kind of lift the vinyl up like that and then push it right back down. So far I'm not getting air bubbles. Every once in a while I do get air bubbles. And like that, right there, perfect. Yes. So you see that part right there? Pull it up and you work right back down. And I'm not pushing hard. The reason why I'm not pushing hard is because you don't need to. And if you get an air bubble, you can actually pop it up and put it right back down. Yep. And also I feel, making sure I feel everything. No air bubbles or anything. Okay. Now the release part again. So I'm going to release it right where it starts curving a little bit. Lift the vine up a little bit so you're not digging into the plastic. Okay. This is where the thumb trick comes in. And keep going. You get little creases right there. So what I like to do is pull the vinyl taut. Go that way so it's nice and relaxed. Same thing. Use my fingernail. Okay. Now what I like to do is stuck in there. Actually got on both sides. Oh, so extra vinyl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the excess off right there, top part. And I'm going to cut along the side of the body. You see right there. There. Take my fingernail. I'm going to shove it in there. You can actually take your squeegee if you want, if you don't have a fingernail. And just kind of take your time. Shove your fingernail in anymore. Let's go to the top now. Actually, you know, I can show you where my squeegee. There. Go like this. Do the same kind of concept. Just kind of squeegee all in there, and then take the excess off. Now, what we're going to try to do is we're going to get this vinyl underneath the seal. And these seals actually come off. Actually, that's a lot too much vinyl. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it back on here. Get the body on there. And then take the seal, lift it up a little bit. And slowly walk it in there. You can kind of feel if there's any creases. There. And then again, same thing on this side. Actually, you can pull it right off and make it a little easier. And you can stamp it right back on. That's it. Simple as that. Okay, other than that, if you go to the rmwraps.com website, you can check out a lot more unique designs. And if you want full service or just the wrap yourself, you let us know. So if you want full service, we need the mini fridge model and how many you want, 1, 200. It's totally up to you, but that is it. And this is the full service one part right here. But other than that, stay tuned. We got more projects coming your way. If you want to get a hold of us, email us at info@rmwraps.com. Call us 208-696-1180. It's printed on 3M air release vinyl. It's a matte sheen product right here. So that is it. Okay. Thanks for watching, and come back. Check out more videos.